Let's begin this discussion of Antichrist by reviewing all the verses in God's holy word that contain the term. From the King James we read in 1 John 2:18, "Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now there are many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time." So even as John penned that verse, there were many Antichrists in the late 1st century. 1 John 2:22, "Who is a liar but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ? He is Antichrist that denieth the Father and the Son." So anybody that denies the Father and Son is an Antichrist. The very next verse says, "He that denieth the Son hath not the Father." So if anybody denies Jesus is Christ, or the Father and the Son, they're Antichrist. Jewish blindness is discussed separately in Romans 11. 1 John 4:3, "And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. For many deceivers are entered into the world, who confess not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh." This is a deceiver and an Antichrist. None of these verses indicates a singular individual as the Antichrist. There were many in John's day and unto today. They all indicate that Antichrist is a spirit or the spirit that lives in the heart of anybody and everybody that denies the Father and the Son, denies that Jesus is the Christ, or denies that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. Every such person is Antichrist and also is an Antichrist. We can see in 1 John 2:23, "Whosoever denieth the Son, the same hath not the Father." That follows the verse that says, "Whosoever denieth the Father and the Son is Antichrist." So, since there are billions of Antichrists today and no shortage from John's day forward, how can there be a single Antichrist? Based on Scripture, we can see there wasn't John's day and certainly not today. An individual can only be another Antichrist. If we look to a verse with another singular use, we can see in every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God, and this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. So when we look at 2:18, we say, "Little children, is the last time, and as ye have heard that the spirit of Antichrist shall come, even now there are many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time." It makes perfect sense. And you can see these two verse snippets. "Ye have heard that Antichrist shall come. Ye have heard that it shall come." From those two verses. John effectively saying, you've heard that the spirit of Antichrist is coming, but it's already here. The fruit? Some say the Antichrist was Nero. It's over and done with. Others are looking for a single individual of the silver screen, the Antichrist, to come in the future. Others proffer guesses from the leader of Spain to Ronald Reagan to the Pope to George Bush. Not kidding. But as a church looking for some individual, the Antichrist, also made it look like so much buffoonery to those with a life outside of Christ? Church's preoccupation with a specific individual, past or future, seems to preclude it from recognizing that there are 1.5 billion Antichrists in Islam alone. This doesn't even count the atheist neighbor down the road where your kids go to hang out. Most important, fundamental in Islam is shirk, that is specifically manifest in a declaration that God has no son. This is that spirit of Antichrist. O people of the book, that's Christians and Jews, overstep not bounds in your religion of God, speak only the truth. The Messiah Jesus, son of Mary, is only an apostle of God, and his word which he conveyed unto Mary, and a spirit proceeding from him. Believe therefore in God and his apostles, and say not three. It will be better for you. God is only one God. Far be it from his transcendent majesty that he should have a son. This should make it obvious that Islam is the opposite of Christianity. Additionally, Surah 9:30, the Jews call Hosea son of God, and Christians call Christ the Son of God. That is a saying from their mouth. In this they but imitate what the unbelievers of old used to say. God's curse be on them. How they are deluded from the truth. What about Islam and Judaism? Genesis 12:2, and I will make of thee Abraham, a great nation, Israel. And I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curseth thee. And in thee all families of the earth shall be blessed. Islamic Hadith. Jews will hide behind the rock and tree, and the rock and tree will say, O servant of Allah, O Muslim, there is a Jew behind me. Come and kill him. Consider that God may have had John write Revelation so much later to address a boatload of heresies that had already infiltrated the church, even in John's day. All the overcomething of Revelation chapters 2 and 3 is about overcoming unsound doctrine, not Satan, except, of course, as he is the author of unsound doctrine. Even if there had been a concept of an individual Antichrist in the first century, consider John's wording. Ye have heard, perhaps like, ye have heard that the moon was made of green cheese, but hearing it doesn't mean it's true. Consider a similar verse. Matthew 5:43, ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies. It's human nature to want to believe in concepts like the silver screen, the Antichrist. Well, kid didn't take a flying leap to get into bed so that whatever was under the bed didn't grab their ankles. Where would Hollywood be without a concept of the boogeyman? But here's how Satan succeeded the most. The term Antichrist has been removed from the Christian vocabulary except when used to describe an individual. Who would casually refer to the atheist that lives down the block as an Antichrist? How much more soul-searching might that individual do if we did? Who have you heard refer to 1.5 billion Muslims as Antichrists? Yet shirk is the most important fundamental. A term that should be a normal part of the Christian vocabulary has been stolen by the enemy. If you don't think so, ask the guy next to you in church on Sunday, what is the Antichrist? Do you believe he'll say, oh, that's the spirit that lives in anybody and everybody that denies that Jesus is the Christ, that denies the Father and the Son? It's not like when we look to those of the former age, we don't find warnings about using the Bible to predict the future. Isaac Newton said the folly of interpreters has been to foretell times and things by this prophecy, meaning revelation, as if God designed to make them prophets. By this rashness they have not only exposed themselves, but brought the prophecy also into contempt. 2 Timothy 4:3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables.